This is the Philly Joe and Vicky Podcast.
The Philly Joe and Vicky Podcast.
92.1 City, Winnipeg's rock station, Nirvana. Good morning, PJV at 6:09, and it is a chilly one.
Yeah, this is the coldest wind chill we've had to mention so far this season at minus 30, and it doesn't look like it's going to be much better throughout the day. There is a risk of frostbite as well, and tonight, I guess, the wind chill will be near minus 30 as well. So, yeah,
That
snow
escalated.
expected tomorrow, but we'll get the sunshine today.
I've seen some reports of possibly 5 centimeters tomorrow. Yeah, well,
I'm hearing
I mean,
the same,
yeah.
2 to 4 as whatever you saw yesterday is what I'm hearing you're going to get tomorrow.
Okay, yeah,
That wasn't
That's
too
fair.
bad.
wasn't bad at all.
Well,
Yeah.
5 centimeters isn't a ton, really,
Yeah.
when you
I
think
guess,
about it.
yeah.
I wonder what we got like in the city in total. It did-
Maybe a couple
yeah,
yesterday.
I would say 2, or like it wasn't anywhere. Like
Maybe less.
2 or less. I
Yeah.
would say.
But it was blowing pretty good last night. If you were out, like you could see, like it was hard to see in some spots yesterday.
It was. I was on the perimeter at about 5:26, about 7:00, and it was blowing pretty good. And you get 2 groups of people in that type of weather. It wasn't slippery, but it was blowing, affecting your visibility a little bit.
Sure.
And you got the people who do like 90 in that, and you know what, I respect that. It's blowing snow, and then you got the people doing 150. I fall somewhere like the people in the trucks who are like, oh, I don't need to slow down for anything. And
We
then-
got a lot of reports of that during the day, though, in the city too. When it was falling, you have the stop starts. You know, like your brakes are getting a workout, trying to get somewhere, right? And it wasn't very slippery.
There
It
were
was-
a few spots
Yeah.
that it took me a bit to get some traction, a little bit of grinding on the tires when I tried to stop, but all in all, not too bad.
Yeah, I agree. Is there? I wonder if you guys have ever noticed this, or anybody on the Boston Pizza text line. Traffic circles get really slippery. I don't know
Yeah.
what's the. I don't know why they get more slippery than, because, for example, there's a traffic circle as you go down Redonda into that new area past Harold Hatcher's school. If you're from Transcona, you know what I'm talking about. There's a brand new traffic circle there, and I almost went right up onto the sidewalk curb, and I was moving slow, and I came through there just
Well, I think oftentimes you'll start to skid if you take a turn on anything that's remotely
Maybe that's
slippery,
all it
because I
is.
think it's just
Angles.
because it's round.
Angles.
I think it's angles. I didn't pay attention much in geometry, but I pulled out the old protractor
Yeah. Oh, I
and
loved
drew
a
a circle,
protractor.
drew a traffic circle. I'll tell you what I've noticed, to be honest, that's going wonky, and I don't think I'm the only one, is your tire pressure monitor in the vehicle. And here's the best part. It's the game within the game. So if it tells you that your tires are, let's say, at 30 PSI, then the machine tells you that it should be at they should be at about 38, and then it goes down to 28. Let's say your tire pressure. Then it says should be at about 36. I'm going, well, what is it?
Yeah.
Like what's the perfect PSI? And
Well-
should you do anything about it right now, or are they just fluctuating?
That's part of it, that your tires will fluctuate this time of year in this type of weather, and those tire pressure sensors will malfunction in this type of weather.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
do
Oh,
you
for
actually
sure.
add the air, or do you just leave it?
I check it manually. I get out and use the tire gauge and see if I am low, or is it my tire sensors.
Right.
How often are you doing that?
As soon as if my tire sensor
Okay.
goes off, I get out and check it like first chance I get, and check it with the gauge. And if they're low, I'll put some air in it.
Well, I've got a 2013 with no tire sensors, so
So
I
you're
just
okay?
got to eyeball it
I've got
every day.
an old back, and I try and eyeball it from a distance.
The Philly Joe and Vicky Podcast.
Hey, you know it's winter in Winnipeg when a normal 20-minute drive into work takes an hour. My goodness.
Yeah, driving on snow days in rush hour specifically would be tedious.
Yeah. Pretty good today, though. Shouldn't be many problems.
Yeah.
No, the main roads are quite dry, actually.
Sticking with traffic.
You know, I drive down Ness coming home every day, and to all the idiots that turn left, learn how to pull up so there isn't 300 cars piled up behind you.
Is he? So he's talking about turning left.
Establishing yourself?
That's what I think he means.
Yeah.
That drives me
Get
crazy.
in that intersection.
Or is he talking about if you're turning left, you don't have to take up all the area so people can actually go around you a little bit?
Isn't that what establishing yourself does? It kind of gets you up and over.
Into the intersection is established.
I'm not
Right.
talking,
Joe means tighter to the
left.
Okay.
So you leave enough room on the right so people can pass by.
Right.
I'm not sure. Ness is pretty long.
It's tight already.
There's a lot of area on Ness to cover from St. James Street all the way to Cavalier.
Mm-hmm. Let's stay with angry in traffic. Why not?
Hey, there's a dude turning right onto Portage from School Road at about 10 after 8 this morning. There's two lanes there. There's a lane to turn left and there's a lane to turn right. And if you're in the middle of both of them and taking your sweet-ass time making a right-hand turn, of course I'm going to give you the boop-boop honk. So you for giving me the finger.
I feel like the finger isn't warranted with a boop boop honk.
I agree.
The boop boop is kind of like, hey,
just a nudge.
Just a nudge.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sometimes you'll lay it on thick by accident. I've done that where I just mean to go, like, come on, it's a green light, and then by accident comes on. I'm like, oh.
It can be hard to control because you don't quite know where it is. Yeah.
The horn, like, with all the technology, why doesn't your horn have a 2 buttons on it? Meep, like, I really.
A meep meep?
A level, like your radio. You can turn it up for.
I'm just kind of annoyed and then really raging mad. There
a
should be
meep
two.
meep and an Ah-Ooo-Gah.
Do you think anybody's ever done the full? Yeah, that's old school. But do you think anybody's ever leaned on the horn too far and then lifted their hand, going, "Oh, sorry, I didn't mean that one."
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're right.
You're committed.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, yesterday we had a call about donating to thrift stores. It was runners and shoes, and basically saying, hey, clean up your stuff before you donate it. Don't leave dog crap on it.
Yeah, that was a new one.
Mm-hmm. Well, Cliff Clavin, of course, Cliff Clavin has some information on that.
You guys ever heard that woman calling about the thrift store and the dirty shoes? In general, if you're going to take stuff down to thrift stores, clean everything. Like, try to get stains out and everything. Because then even if they do clean it, it's less work for them. And secondly, if you got the old electronics, test it out, make sure that it works. If it doesn't work, try to put a label on it describing what's wrong with it, because a lot of people are actually looking for parts out of old electronics, especially old computers. So that'll give them an idea what's wrong, and they'll still probably might put it on the shelf. I bought a few old computers that didn't work, and I just scrapped them for parts. And what else? Something else. Oh, yeah. So a lot of thrift stores, they also take in, those reusable bags that seem to be like piling up in people's homes.
Tote bags.
But again, clean them.
Oh, there's good information there from Clavin.
I need to clean my tote bags more often.
You do.
That's good advice.
I saw you leaving once, Vicky.
Yeah.
I didn't want to say anything, but you were on your way shopping after work.
You mentioned it to me. I'll tell you, that's the way Phil is.
What's with Vicky's reusable bags? God, they're gross. Loud guy. Concerned about the Winnipeg Jets. I would say there is, he's not the only one.
I haven't been able to watch too many Jets games, but I finally got to watch one last night on Prime. And I'm like, oh, the Sabres are on a power play. No, they're not. They're just outplaying the Jets like crazy. And I'm just like, what the heck is going on? They didn't look like they were synced at all. Having the players-only meeting was probably a good idea. Not sure what was said, but hopefully it helped, because they can't be playing like that. Holy. I even changed the channel and went back thinking maybe that'll give them good luck, but no. Let's hope the next game is a different story.
That'll do it.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you, once we told the Winnipeg Jets about the loud guy having 7 pieces of pizza after finishing the race of the century, they were pretty impressed.
Sure.
They were.
Listen, you're not wrong. There's been a few teams that are under the spotlight right now in the National Hockey League, but of course you only care about the one you follow the most.
Yep.
And there's going to be some tweaks. You know that. That has to happen.
Well, tonight in Montreal's also struggling, so it'll be interesting to see what happens.
And Montreal played last night. Let's hope the Jets can take advantage of that before they come home. I think they're home Friday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, later this week. I think you're right, Joe. Okay, let's wrap with this. Papa Roach was last night at Canada Life Center. We have a reaction.
Good morning, Philly, Joe, and Vicky. Night number 2 at the Canada Life Center. If that has to be the wrap up to my concert year, that put a good bow on it.
Nice.
First of all, thank you for 92 City FM for the tickets and the meet and greets. Meeting the guys from Papa Roach was a blast. Real down to earth guys. The show itself was amazing. 10 out of 10. But sadly, I need some sleep now, so I'm going to sign off. And just FYI, the Todd shows were exquisite.
Nice.
Have a great day, all.
Yeah, hey, look at that. A little bit of everything last night. Papa Roach, and he had the tachos.
Well, he was there for the meet and greet. That's like right prime time for meal time. So between the meet and greet and the concert itself starting, it's tacho time.
Yeah, big time.
And we said tachos wouldn't be the best food for like on the floor. A meet and greet as well, because you got your arms around the guys. Hey, can you hold my tachos?
Yeah,
like,
you don't want to smell like tachos.
Yeah, they're definitely a strong smell.
Yeah, but you're right, Joe. There's some leeway time maybe between the meet and greet and the show when not as many people are there. So that's tacho time right there.
Tacho Tuesday, Silver Canada Life Center last night. That's the one.
The Philly Joe and Vicky Podcast.
Brought to you by Fort Rouge Auto Center. Here's what's trending with Philly Joe and Vicky.
Did you guys ever watch the show Mad Men?
Loved it, except the ending. I can't talk about the ending because a lot of people might still, stream a show like that. But that was John Hamm and his buddy there. I can never remember the guy's
John
name.
Slattery.
John
He's
Slattery
good.
was
He's
a great
so
character
good,
on
yeah.
that show.
Yeah.
I only watched, I would say I got a couple seasons in, and then not because it was a bad show, but I just got distracted by, it didn't have me, it wasn't one of those shows like, I recognize its greatness, but it didn't have me sitting there going, oh my God, I've got to binge.
I was the same way.
Yeah.
I think I did maybe 2 seasons. Yeah.
Oh, really? I
Yeah.
went right to the end. And
might have to
only
pick it up.
because I just love those era pieces,
too.
right? Just because
Yeah.
the cars and...
I would
Oh, I
pick it
love
up.
the fashion of it all.
Yeah.
Yes.
The 60s was such an interesting time aesthetically. So HBO Max was super pumped to announce that they'd be releasing the Mad Men series in 4K. Do people really care about that? I don't know. But they've been really sloppy about it. So some of the episodes have the wrong titles on them, stuff like that. That's not a big deal. But the mistake that everyone's talking about, it's kind of funny. There's a scene, and maybe you'll remember this, Joe, where John Slattery's character eats some bad oysters and he vomits in the office.
Yeah.
And in this new 4K cut, you can actually see the crew member running the vomit machine. It's
really?
kind of like Game of Thrones. Remember, there was a Starbucks cup in one of the scenes or whatever.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's just like one of those things that should have been caught in post-production. I get HBO saying that Lionsgate sent them the wrong thing, but nobody checked on it.
No, but people will go looking for it now. And what I loved about that show was you'd walk into the office there and you see a bar cart. Like, they'd be drinking in the, like, every moment.
The
like
grand
in that era,
old days, man. Why can't we have that now?
Yeah. If you want to see the screenshot of the vomit guy getting his 15 minutes of fame, go to our Facebook page. I posted it. It's funny, too, because it's in the 60s, and he's wearing, like, a ball cap and a T-shirt. Just so out of place. Put a fedora on him.
can't
You
miss
wouldn't
it.
even
Yeah,
notice it.
yeah.
And we've been talking about Stranger Things, Phil. I know you are a huge fan.
Oh, good.
This season has been huge. Even if you're not a fan of it, you can appreciate it. Just to give you an idea, season 5 got 59.6 million views in 5 days, which is the biggest English language debut that Netflix has seen. Huge jump from season 4. And all the previous seasons have gone into Netflix's top 10. So people who weren't
catching
watching
up.
it before, they're catching up. The last 3 episodes come out on Christmas Day, and then the finale is going to be on New Year's Eve. So
Look at that. The best holiday gift you could get.
there you go,
Okay,
Phil.
I
Merry
can't wait.
Christmas.
You thought NFL football on Christmas Day was a gift.
This is the Philly Joe and Vicky Podcast.
Hey, Joe, check this out. This is for Vicky this morning, okay? So we found out this morning that, was it while you were trying to have your nap,
I was
Vicky?
trying to nap. I was just dozing off after having a hard time falling asleep. And then I heard the scraping. It was even worse than that because there's barely any snow, so there was less snow to resist against the shovel. Yeah.
So you have a neighbor that it doesn't matter. It's dropping. It doesn't matter at what. He's not a service like I use. It's got to be 2 centimeters. He's out there.
There was barely anything on those driveways, and he was out shoveling. I mean, do what you want, but it just happened to be at an inopportune time.
Right.
But I don't know. I thought it was not shovel worthy.
You did not do yours.
No.
Okay.
So you have a driveway and you just leave that dusting on there?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is an interesting conversation because I live on a bay and I would say half the bay gets out and gets rid of that first dusting layer.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fair number.
Yeah.
I'd say about the same. I've seen now people use their leaf blower on days like yesterday just because it's light enough but they're taking care of it.
Oh, I've got that on my street too sometimes during
Those
nap
are
time.
loud.
Yeah.
Those are loud.
They can be, yeah.
I need thicker windows.
And I'm one of those. I get out and I'm getting rid of that first layer because and here's why. If you don't get rid of that first layer, then it hardens, and now I like keeping it, and I usually lose the battle at some point throughout the winter, but I like keeping it to the pavement. So first thing I do yesterday when I get out, I've probably not enough for the snow thrower yesterday, but I get the shovel out, and it sounds a lot like a lot like this for you, Vicky. Okay. So, and I have wondered.
I'm having flashbacks.
I have wondered because it can be loud.
Yeah.
That's scraping.
And it just echoes on the whole street. It's like a sound tunnel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So do you find you must get a thick layer of snow on the driveway that's just packed down throughout the winter?
You know what? My driveway is mostly gravel, so I can never get it to the pavement. So
Okay.
maybe that's just not it. In fact, it's almost better for it to have the packed down layer of snow because it's just
freezes the rock.
Exactly.
So it's a bit of a different situation for you.
And who knows? Maybe if I did have pavement, I would be doing the same thing.
Could be. There's a senior down a couple houses down. Nobody can keep up with that guy. I swear to God, if we get a snowfall like yesterday, he'll be out there for the entire 5 or 6 hours of the snowfall, keeping it bare to the driveway the whole time. I can't keep up with that guy.
No.
But there's a bunch of us that do our best.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering how many people try to keep that driveway clear, like with several little shovels throughout a day and that sound that Vicky loves so much. And how many people let it go for a bit before they get out and shovel?
Well, there's going to be more snow tomorrow.
Yeah.
So that could hold off a few people, right? They say,
Not
I'll
this
do
guy.
it. I'll do it once. Guys like Phil, no. But there's also people out there that won't do it at all. And it's just like, no. My tire tracks are perfect to keep my driveway intact.
I like snow in my
for the
boot.
winter.
There's those people too. They blow my mind.
You know what? Tomorrow I'll just make new tracks and it'll get by the end of the week, I'll have a driveway again.
This is the Philly Joe and Vicky podcast.
Would you rather? Wednesday. Would you rather Wednesday?
Brought to you by Expert Electric.
Got to be honest, I was laughing to myself, LOLing to myself when I was throwing these together. So I mean, maybe that's hyping it up a bit too much.
That puts a lot of pressure on Vicky and I
Oh
now.
gosh.
If it falls flat,
Be ready
then
to giggle, Joe.
Yeah.
you guys better fake it, even if you don't find it funny. Okay, we'll start with this one, Vicky. Would you rather tell your teenage self one thing, so go back and tell your teenage self one thing, or ask your future self one question?
I think I'd go future self. Just to, I don't know, do you go with lottery numbers or just
that's a
things
good
that
one.
you might want? Could
Health.
I use that to my advantage?
Yeah.
Health, for
Right.
sure. You know what? As much as I would like to give some warnings to younger Vicky, you learn from those mistakes and you just have to leave it there.
Well thought out, Vicky.
Thanks.
Yes, Joe?
Yeah. At this point in my life, there's not as much future left as the history. Plus, I was a dumbass as a teenager and didn't listen to anybody, so why would I listen even myself?
Yeah.
Right? So,
Okay, that's good. Would you rather, Vicky, with only 2 weeks' notice to train, compete in the Winter Olympics? So you're competing. You have to. Very little notice. Do you want to compete in ski jump or luge? Luge.
What is luge again?
You're sitting down, kind of.
Laying down.
Oh, yeah.
Laying down.
That's
and,
the one for me.
Sled.
Yeah.
I love all sports where I'm lying down.
But it's scary looking. Like
Scare-
you're going
it's not
fast.
Yeah, but it's not as scary as a ski jump.
That's true.
You're launching yourself.
Yeah.
There's no way I'm landing that, even with 2 weeks training. Oh, that's
You're
going to
gonna
do a lot.
Break your legs
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah.
At least I can drug myself on
Out
the
of the-
luge and they just send me down the tunnel.
Really, out of the two options, I think the luge, because you do have some framework around you.
Yeah.
The ski jump. Listen, I'd have a hard time standing up on cross-country skis. Never mind.
The luge is kind of like an icy water slide,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Oh yeah. They're both terrifying, but you're
Oh,
right.
yeah.
Less chance of horrific injury with the luge.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you rather, Vicky, adopt the fashion of an 18-year-old or adopt the fashion of an 85-year-old?
Ooh,
Oh.
you know what? I do feel like that 85-year-old fashion it comes back in some ways. Yeah. Oof. That's a tough one. I need some visual representation.
Lots of blouses, probably
Yeah.
with an 85-year-old.
It also depends on how fashionable the 18-year-old and the 85-year-old are.
Well, we'll go with they're keeping up with.
Okay.
It's your standard 85-year-old and your standard 18-year-old.
You know what? I'm going to go 18-year-old.
Yeah?
Live
Okay.
a little.
I think I'm just past the point of dressing like an 18-year-old. It would look more out of place
Hoodies.
for me. Oh,
Hoodies and sweatpants?
Yeah,
I'll get on board for
well,
that.
that part I can handle, but it's if I was doing the baggy jeans in the back and they're hanging over my hips, with the
Oh,
belt,
yeah.
that kind of look like.
I'd love to see Joe like that.
That's not going to happen. I think with age, you lose your ass anyway, so your pants are baggy enough.
So you're going 85-year-old.
I might as well.
Fedoras and.
I do have some.
Yeah.
Already in the collection, you wear your zips and that kind of stuff. Feel like I'm at a retirement home. Why not?
Yeah, I could see it.
Velour tracksuits. How you doing?
We'll wrap up with this one. Would you rather, Vicky, wake up in the middle of the night on Christmas and catch Santa stealing your liquor out of the cabinet, or have Santa ask you, so Santa wakes you up and asks you where your plunger is because he clogged your toilet?
You know what? I'm going to go plunger because what a story to tell people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a long night for Santa. There's a lot going on. He
Yeah.
might have to use the bathroom. And,
That would be terrified to be woken up in the middle of the night by a stranger.
and it's Santa.
But yeah, once you get over that, I don't know. I bet you get good gifts next year.
Sure, you helped them out.
Maybe for keeping your mouth shut.
You'd probably be more startled if there was a theft going on in your house and some clattering
Yeah.
than you would if somebody flushed the toilet.
Yeah.
You'd just think somebody else was up. But then
You're
when he
just
gives
like-
you the nod looking for the plunger, you're going, what the? Yeah, I'm going with the plunger.
Yeah.
You don't want to see him stealing your booze, eh?
Well, not on Christmas Day.
That's Would You Rather Wednesday.
The Philly Joe and Vicky Podcast. Be a good person.
Rate or review this show wherever you subscribe and get PJ and V into more ears.
Getting a little bit of everything on the Boston Pizza text line pertaining to shoveling your driveway. Do you get rid of that snow even when we get, was yesterday a dusting or was it a little more than a dusting? A little more.
Slightly more than
Slightly
a dusting,
more than
I
a
would say.
dusting. Because Vicky had some loud shoveling in her neighborhood and she was like, really? We really got enough snow for you to keep me awake during my nap with that loud shoveling. And I said, I'm that guy. I'm out there, and I would say half my bay keep their driveways clear.
Scrape it to the pavement.
Yeah, and I mentioned I don't want that snow to pack, so
Right.
I get rid of it as soon as we get even a little bit of snow. I want to get rid of it. Got this from Big N. Folks, you don't want to buy a leaf blower. They are louder than a shovel. Get a push broom.
Push broom.
I don't think I'm using a push broom to get rid of the snow on my driveway.
I think that's a dusting and nothing more. You
That's
can't
right.
do much with it. If
You
get
got to
more
know
snow.
somebody in a warehouse
Yeah.
or a school custodian to get one of those push brooms, like the,
Yeah.
the classics, the wide ones, right? Get half that
Right.
driveway done in,
Oh,
in
yeah.
four swishes. But I will say this. It was a weird one yesterday because you had that condensed snowfall during the day, which a lot of people would have gotten to. And then, of course, the blowing snow at night. And we had some flurry activity last night. So there'll be some that were up early this morning
Yeah.
already getting to it.
Yeah, you get those, what do you call it, those waves of snow sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, we haven't gotten that much snow to,
No.
to warrant that, but it's coming.
Might be an age thing, too. Like, we got this here. I'm a 63-year-old female. This is on the text line. I am one of those that keeps my driveway clear of snow at all times. I love shoveling. Gives me a sense of productive accomplishment.
Yeah, I could see on a big shovel day where it's so nicely cut out your driveway. Sometimes I'll just look at it.
Oh, always.
Yeah.
Looking at it is mandatory. With a satisfied look of accomplishment, you have to look out that bay window, and then I'll go upstairs and look out the windows upstairs.
All angles.
For a different view.
I have the same view from my window when I see Greenblade come and start doing the snow. It's fantastic.
This is the Philly Joe and Vicky podcast.
The Philly Joe and Vicky podcast.
Brought to you by Fort Rouge Auto Center.
75% of women said men over the age of 35 should not do this. 75% of women said men over the age of 35 should not do this. And I'm going to tell you right now, we're talking wardrobe according to this latest survey. Okay?
Wow,
Good
big.
clue right off the hop.
Yeah, that's a big clue. 780 City, good morning. Do you have a guess for us?
Wearing your hat backwards.
Well, that's a good guess.
is a
It's
good one.
number 3, yes.
That was the first thing that jumped into my head.
Really? Was wearing the hat backwards?
Yeah,
Yeah.
just because not that I think there's anything wrong with it. I'll do it sometimes. But
Yeah, no, for sure.
Some people can pull it off.
Yep, sure. All right, that's not the answer we're looking for, though, this morning. Hello, City, do you have a guess for us?
Yeah, is it wear sweatpants out in public?
No, it's not. Nowadays, though, I mean, there's so many of these companies. They don't even call them sweatpants. They have them as like leisure pants.
Yeah, joggers.
The
There's a lot
joggers.
of styles that can actually look kind of sleek if
Yeah,
you wear them well.
pretty hip.
Yeah.
They're in style.
Yeah.
For sure.
Oh, for
Especially
sure.
And
for-
then there's the sweatpant look. Like that's a whole different level, right? Like
Yeah.
they're a different make.
like my dad wears. Those sweats.
Yeah, those.
That have seen some things.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
They should have been retired a long time ago. Hi, City.
Hi, good morning. Can I have a lifeline?
Sure, Philly or Vicky?
Let's go with Philly.
It's fashion related. Men should not do this. What percentage of women say this?
75.
Oh, a high percentage say they shouldn't be doing this. Let's go with a fanny pack. I'll do one every now and then.
Yeah, no fanny pack.
You know what? It is tough because a lot of things that come to mind first are kind of in style right
Yeah,
now.
I
So
agree.
I'm going through all these things and can't really nail it down.
Because a lot of guys wear that.
Well, they're
the
wearing a
fanny.
carry bag too,
Carry
like
bag, yeah.
even yeah.
780 City, 780 2484. Good morning.
Let's go with not wearing sandals.
Not wearing sandals. No, not sandals.
Okay. Like we talking Roman sandals or the Velcro strap sandals?
There, there's a couple of makes and models there that get ridiculed.
On
Yeah.
a date. Hello, City.
How about let's go with wearing a class ring?
No,
Oh,
class
gosh.
ring,
What
good.
a scam, hey?
That's interesting.
And I wanted one so bad in high school, and then looking
Yeah.
back, it's like, class ring.
Yeah, never got one.
No, me neither.
No, me
No.
neither.
Yeah, like when would you wear one? Just like
Yeah.
for a few years, you'd wear it all the time, I guess, after you.
I think that when you're graduating year, you're kind of like, wow, I'm graduating high school. I want to have all these mementos or whatever.
Yeah.
And then you get out of high school and you're like, oh, that's I don't need that.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
good. Hello,
First
City.
year university, wearing your high school ring
Yeah.
for some cred.
Not great.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Can I get some help from Vicky, please?
Oh boy, saggy pants.
No.
Okay.
No.
Halfway down your
about
ass.
that.
that
Yeah,
kind of-
yeah, no.
Oh,
Sorry about that.
I mean, if I'm going out to a dance club or something, I want to wear the
Sure,
jeans
sure.
that are halfway down my
Absolutely.
In the club.
Gotta look
With
yeah.
your
Yeah.
wallet and your phone in one back pocket each,
The
right?
chain, the wallet
Chain.
chain too.
Somebody crouches down, they could pickpocket you.
Good morning.
can I get Philly?
75% of women said men over the age of 35 should not do this.
And it's fashion related.
Yes, sir.
Like, it's something they're wearing.
Yep.
A chain over their shirt.
No,
Okay.
no, that's become even more popular
Has it?
lately again. Yeah,
Ugh.
yeah.
Youngins.
Not a fan.
We'll
And
do it.
athletes.
Oh, the athletes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello, City.
Wear Crocs.
No, that's
Great
a good
guess.
answer. Yeah, that's a polarizing topic, Crocs.
Yeah, it is.
Always, yeah.
We're in the right direction, though.
With Crocs, we're in the right. So it's
I feel
footwear.
like it's footwear, yeah. Just in,
Oh,
I'm
suck.
reading Joe's vibe?
Sounds like it's footwear.
What could it be?
780 City. Good morning.
Morning. Is it wearing socks with sandals?
Yeah, let's go with that. Wearing socks with flip-flops, slides, sandals. You're good up until the age of 35, according to 75% of the women out there that took this survey. And
Yeah, I had that in mind, but I'm like, no, it's in style right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, for maybe an older crew, not
they just
so much.
don't want to see that with anything over the age of 35. I guess if you're young enough and hip enough, they're probably thinking, you're still into athletics because you see that. Well, you'll see it more than anybody, Phil, going to a rink still.
Oh, they've all got it on.
Still,
Yeah.
even with the snow on the ground.
That's right.
Right? And that kind of stuff. But yeah, apparently wearing
I
socks
think part
with the
of
flip-flops.
Part of it also is like that's my generation, the millennials, and socks and sandals was a big faux pas.
Yeah.
So it's come back in style for a younger generation, but we still see it as not a great look.
That's right.
That's
Yeah.
probably what it is.
Gotcha. Yep. Who's this?
Dorian.
Dorian, way to go. And just for the record, anybody over the age of 80, like our parents, dress socks and shoes cutting your grass or shoveling your snow are not going to vibe, okay? Ever.
The Philly Joe and Vicky Podcast.
Vicky, you nailed it right at 6 o'clock this morning in your news when you said this whole parking authority story is going to fire people up. And that it has. Text line. This comes from the professor. If the Winnipeg Parking Authority wants the citizens to do their job, the only picture that should be allowed is a Polaroid, and the only way it should be received is in person during business hours.
Make it hard on people.
Oh, I'll dig my Polaroid camera out of the attic and go looking for people parked improperly.
And then you gotta wave it a little bit till it shows, and then you can drop it down on the counter.
Yeah, and then like we're getting this to snitching on your neighbor. That's disgusting. I mean, essentially, give us the Coles notes on the story, Vicky.
Yeah, so basically they're looking to have the public submit pictures of people who are violating traffic laws. Like you walk by and somebody's, I don't know, parked in a no parking zone, whatever, submit it, and then they'll just take that photo and they'll send a ticket to that car owner.
I can't,
sight unseen.
I can't say that I've never had the feeling that I wish some of these people would get caught.
Sure, we've all been there.
But I certainly don't want to be the person to do, because, listen, you watch enough movies, the line, you don't want to be a rat. Nobody wants to, but that kind of thing. But it sounds to me like they just want to save by having more employees themselves.
Yeah.
And let us do the dirty work for them. And yet, that's going to create more conflict anyway. Let's say it's a neighbor you're dealing with, like somebody had mentioned. Right? There was enough of that going on through the pandemic. Now you're asking people to cause more conflict because of something they're going on. You already can file a complaint.
But okay, so you're saying neighbors. You can see someone illegally parked downtown while you're shopping.
100%.
And it's not your neighbor. It's just...
But that's not going to start some fights. You see someone taking a picture of your car or vice versa.
I think there's going to be an uptick in violence.
Yeah, totally.
If that happens.
I mean,
it's just not worth it.
You can take look. I'm not sitting here advocating for taking pictures of cars. I'm just saying you can take a quick picture of a car illegally parked.
Yes.
In like 1.2 seconds, and no one will even see you doing
100%.
it. So I think it's going to happen. Look, people will call in and complain about their neighbors who have a trailer parked on their front street for 3-4 months. Like it's going to happen. People are going to do this.
They're already doing that.
But that's okay.
Because that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
There's a complaint department. You can make that call. Do you need to go into this level of
Exactly.
stuff? I don't know.
I don't know.
I won't be
I think
taking
that's
pictures.
a bridge too far, and I think it's going to cause more problems than solutions. And it's just a way for the city to save money?
What about a car parked illegally that is creating a huge traffic jam?
Well, sure.
So would this factor in that kind of stuff too?
I guess so. I would imagine that's going to be dealt with a lot quicker, though.
And that gets reported every day.
Totally.
So what kind of logjam is that going to create for people fighting that ticket that get them on the other end? Because now it's come from a citizen. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just think it's going to be a lot of confusion on the back end.
Yeah.
Creating more problems than it seems worth. It just sounded to me when I read the story for the first time or heard the story that basically you want us to do your job.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Actually, texters came in on the Boston Pizza text line, a different angle. I have mobility issues and have a handicap tag for parking. I would for sure send a picture of somebody using a handicap spot without having a
Perfect.
tag. There's too few of those and too many who need them.
Yeah.
Perfect. And
Good
maybe,
example.
And maybe that's what they have to come up with. A plan on what is allowed to be sent in and what isn't. Like, what kind of violations are you talking about?
How about a hotline for somebody who opens their car door and bangs it into my vehicle in a parking lot? I'd rather a hotline for that because that happens way too often.
Absolutely.
Most of the messages we are getting, would you guys say the vast majority are like not in favor of this?
Yeah, and we
You're
mentioned the AI factor. I don't know how they would get around that with people doctoring photos, for revenge or whatever.
Yeah, that would be more of a vindictive
Yeah.
thing. That's what I was saying, like with neighbors and such. But yeah, if you're going to the grocery store and somebody's in a handicap parking and that annoys you, do you take a picture and send it in? I don't think most people would have a problem with something like that. That's
right.
cut and
Yeah,
dry.
that's a cut and dry rule.
Yeah.
You know?
This one here, the majority of these tickets are going to be sent for all these delivery drivers that just park anywhere.
And they do.
You do see a little bit of that
Yes.
sometimes.
But sometimes you feel for those people too. Like, where are they going to go? They've got this job to do. You want your food fast. What? I don't know.
I think what we're
it's tough
saying
on
is
them.
just keep doing selfies. Don't
Yeah.
take photos of other people.
This is the Philly Joe and Vicky podcast.
The parking authority debate, safe to say it's going to dominate local social media today in Winnipeg. A lot of people talking about it. We were chatting about it. Vicky's had it in her news. Lots of texts on the Boston Pizza text line. Got this one here. They do the parking thing in New York downtown. They pay people who take the pictures.
Oh, wow.
Which is interesting because somebody else asked, do I get a percentage of each ticket/picture I create for the City of Winnipeg Parking Authority? Because I'm making them money by sending these photos in of people parked illegally.
Well, yeah. I mean, in the long run, if that's the way they go and it works, it could cost some people their full-time jobs. Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, totally.
If you're paying out a commission.
We should say that is not a part of the story, that you're
Yeah.
going to get
No.
paid. They're not.
Interesting.
You're not getting a commission on people that you're
ratting out.
turning in, ratting, however you want to
Yeah,
phrase
however
it.
you see it.
Yeah, yeah. But lots of reaction. People don't see. The large majority of people don't seem to think, or I should say they're not fans of it.
Do you think it would stop more people from breaking the rules if that came into play? That there's more eyes watching you now? Would it alleviate some of the trouble? I don't know.
Maybe you think twice.
If there's more tickets being handed out, that's the best way to change people's habits. You start
especially though because you're not looking for the WPA truck.
Yeah.
It could be the guy parked right next to you. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
that's right.
That's right.
Like there are spots, I don't know about you guys, like you just know I can't park here illegally for even 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
downtown. You just can't. You know you'll get a ticket immediately because they're everywhere.
Yeah.
Well, if that starts becoming the way of the rest of the city because someone's always nabbing you, I guess you'll have to start thinking twice. Yeah.
Well, if they do that, make the parking signs a little more clear because I spend like 5 minutes just like studying it, just making sure that I'm in the right because sometimes it's a little confusing.
Yeah, it can be very confusing. So it'd be nice to have things written out a little more clearly for you.
I think so.
Yeah, yeah. And you be careful how you park here at work, too, because I am not beyond, like...
Reporting me?
Reporting
Yeah.
you. If you're outside those yellow lines, same goes with you, ILO.
Oh,
be real
trust
careful.
me, I
Whip
know.
out your tape measure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've known this about you for a long time. You're a city helper.
Yeah.
This is the Philly Joe and Vicky podcast.
Brought to you by Fort Rouge Auto Center.
Here's what we learned today with Philly Joe and Vicky.
What we learned today, Vicky would prefer, if you live in her neighborhood, if you did not shovel when we only get a dusting of snow, especially if you have a loud shovel that scrapes.
There's no such thing as a quiet shovel scraping the driveway.
True. Most of them are loud. I am one of those people. I'm a loud shoveler, and I will keep that, no matter how little of a dusting it is. I like to keep the driveway bear.
I mean, and I get it. It was just bad timing. I was trying to nap, and
What
just
time
wasn't
do you
working.
usually go for a nap? I'll get a city friend of mine to make you a sign that you put up in front of your house on no shoveling between.
Yeah, you know what? I tried to get it done earlier, but it was a little later that afternoon. So maybe the guy knew when my nap schedule was and was trying to be respectful, but I changed it up.
There it is.
We'll make this your ringtone. All right. Joe and Vicky would prefer, or they would rather, I suppose, participate in luge than ski jumping if they had to at the Winter Olympics. That came from Would You Rather Wednesday.
What would you choose?
Well, you know what? After asking the question, I realized it was pretty obvious.
Yeah.
They're both pretty dangerous if you don't know what you're doing.
No,
Let's
for
be
sure.
honest. Those people have the skill, but ski jumping, you can't. There's no way in the world you could even come close to faking ski jumping.
Yeah.
Well, a
No
luge would be, like we talked about the crazy carpets and the tobogganing, at least some semblance of something you've probably done a few
Yes.
times.
Well, a better question might be, is there, and maybe we'll do this week, or as we get closer to the Olympics, I don't know. If you look at the events, is there one you think you could do on, just out of the blue, we need you to fill in, Vicky, on
Yeah.
Canadian
Oh,
Olympic
gosh.
team?
Heaven help Team Canada.
The ski jump was always interesting to me, too, because you start at a high point
Yeah.
just to go down, just so you can slide up and go even higher. That's crazy talk.
75% of women say that after the age of 35, men should not be wearing socks in their slides, flip-flops, Crocs. We learned this in the completely useless question.
After 35.
After you should not be wearing those. And you broke it down, Vicky. It makes perfect sense. The younger generation is wearing that. That's their style.
Yeah.
But as you get older,
millennials and older, socks and sandals was the biggest faux pas that you could have.
yeah, I'm not doing it. I can't pull that off.
Yeah.
No. If I've got socks and the Crocs just by accident, somebody will immediately call me out for it.
Absolutely.
What's going on, Aubrey? How old are you? And the majority of people seem unimpressed. This is according to our text lines and social, seem unimpressed with the parking authority's new idea of citizens reporting citizens for traffic infractions.
Yeah, I think it's a slippery slope.
No one seems to be crazy about the idea coming from the city.
Yeah, the only thing that people are in support of is ratting out people who park in handicap spots that shouldn't be. And I think we can all get on board with that.
That came up a lot for
Yeah.
sure. And just can you imagine how many people just don't take great pictures with their phone going in? And now you're sending those babies in too? Blurred license plate like
Parking
it's
authority.
all-
What the hell
Can't
is
even
this?
Some
tell
guy's
them make.
forehead.
Yes.
The Philly Joe and Vicky Podcast.
For more Philly, Joe, and Vicky, lock it into 92.1 City, weekday morning 6 to 10.